shirt off his walking into this Shatner.
And it was supposed to be Walt McNeil.
Yeah, that was my Walt McNeil.
Okay, wow.
You need to pay, or you go to the detention facility.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
I am not going to try to impersonate the sheriff, especially with the car I'm driving.
You got enough of that going on.
Crazy beats, for I know it will crazy beat. Tell me why.
Dive into summer fun at Pinch a Penny Pools and Spas. Get 15% off endless pool swim spas. Plus, enjoy free delivery while supplies last. Endless pools are perfect for swimming, exercising, or relaxing right in your backyard. Enjoy year-round fun with customizable features and the peace of mind that comes with a quality product. Visit TallahasseeHotSpring.com today and make a splash with Pinch a Penny Pools and Spas.
Stay tuned for more of the Greg Tish Show live from the Grassroots Coffee Studios after this Town Hall News break on Real Talk 93.3 WVFT, Gretna, Tallahassee.
Every child deserves the chance to live their best life and celebrate every moment. When you support St. Jude, you help give kids with cancer around the world that chance. Together, we can save more lives. Finding cures, saving children. Visit stjude.org.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. It is a race against the clock in earthquake-stricken Venezuela.
Search and rescue efforts continue 4 days after two powerful earthquakes shook northern Venezuela. But Venezuelans are criticizing their government, saying the response to the quakes was inadequate. Citizens also say civilian-led search and rescue efforts have hindered emergency response efforts. Meanwhile, rescuers continue to free survivors from mountains of debris.
Correspondent Andrew Stewart says the death toll has risen to more than 1,400. Thousands are still unaccounted for. Anguished families desperately holding out hope that their missing loved ones will be found alive. SRN News and our parent company, Salem Media, partnering with Christian nonprofit Food for the Poor to rush emergency aid to victims of the tragedy. Listeners wanting to help can find an online banner top of our website, srnnews.com. Massive wildfire burning amid tinder dry conditions along the Utah-Colorado border claimed the lives of 3 firefighters, a couple of others injured. Kentucky is under a state of emergency declared by Governor Andy Beshear amid deadly flooding that has swamped parts of the state. From the plains to New England, excessive heat warnings are posted. Temperatures expected to soar into dangerous territory this week. Following the latest exchange of fire between Iran and the U.S.
Several media outlets quoting this Trump administration official who's unnamed, saying that the U.S. and Iran have agreed to stand down now after several days of attacks against each other.
The BBC's Yolande Nell in Jerusalem says there are reports that the two sides may be on the verge of resuming peace talks, perhaps as early as tomorrow. And watching Wall Street this morning, Dow futures 202 points higher. The NASDAQ futures are up 359. S&P futures better by 60 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
With things moving fast to resolve the situation in the Middle East, the headlines may change, but the fundamentals haven't. America's debt continues to climb, and uncertainty still hangs over the global economy. That's why investors continue turning to one asset that has stood the test of time: physical gold and silver. For generations, gold has been viewed as a safe haven asset during periods of geopolitical tension and market volatility. That's why Advantage Gold wants to send you a free gold investment guide valued at $49, plus a free copy of economist Ken Rogoff's acclaimed book, Our Dollar, Your Problem, when you call 800-900-8000. Discover why central banks are buying gold, why many Americans are diversifying with precious metals, and how a tax and penalty-free rollover into physical gold and silver may fit into your retirement strategy. Don't wait until the next crisis dominates the headlines. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 right now. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-900-8000.
You're sports flash update on Real Talk 93.3 in Tallahassee.
Tampa Bay Rays baseball, they win again. They've won 5 in a row. They finish off a sweep of the Arizona Diamondbacks, winning 5-1 on Sunday. And Junior Caminero, stop me if you've heard this one. He hits a home run. It's his career best 4th consecutive game where he goes deep. Cedric Mullins and Ben Williamson adding home runs for the Rays as well. They are off today. They are set to open up a series in Kansas City tomorrow. Griffin Jacks will make the start. The Marlins, they lose to the Cardinals on Sunday 2-1, but they still take 2 of 3 in the weekend series. They are 18-6 in June, the best record in Major League Baseball, having won 7 of their last 8 series. They play Colorado tonight. Sandy Alcantara on the mound. I'm Matt Pauley, Real Talk 93.3.
Pros, save more on what you need to get the job done right now at Lowe's. Get 15% off select custom entry and interior doors. Plus, save $80 on the DeWalt 20-volt Max 2-tool combo kit, now just $169. And at the Lowe's Pro Desk, bring us your materials list and get a quote in minutes. Handwritten, a photo, or even a sticky note is all you need. Keep your jobs moving faster and on budget at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8. All supplies last. Selection varies by location.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for, ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10.
Finger licking machine.
The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
Did you know that the survivability of a metal roof far exceeds that of a traditional shingle roof? At Metal Roofing Sales of Tallahassee, we have a brand new state-of-the-art roll former that produces the highest quality VersaPanel, PBR, and standing seam options. And we will guarantee to match or beat any local competitor's pricing. We're a family-owned business ready to offer you the very best sales and installation service in the area. And don't forget about our veterans and first responders discounts. Call Metal Roofing Sales today at 850-536-9123 or online at metalroofing.sales.net.
Siri, tell me a joke. I once stayed up all night wondering where the sun went, and then it dawned on me.
All jokes aside, the trained professionals at Mac & More Systems are serious about Apple products. For all your Mac repairs, call Mac & More Systems at 894-3622. 894-3622.
From the championship stage to coaching change and everything in between, WarChant.com remains your home for the best FSU football coverage in the business. Brutally honest columns and features, market-leading multimedia presence across video and podcast, the largest FSU fan community with a staff that combines for over 100 years of experience covering the Noles. When change comes, WarChant.com is your analysis from every angle. WarChant.com, your ultimate Seminole sports source. Sign up today.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by Kraft, Nissan, and Infinity of Tallahassee. Find your next new car at a locally owned Kraft Brothers dealership. Visit infinityoftallahassie.com.
As morning settles over Florida's capital city, Tallahassee begins to stir. Lights flicker on inside the Grassroots coffee studios. Coffee brews. Microphones wait. Soon, stories will be shared. Laughter will echo. And the day's conversations will come to life. At the center of it all, one familiar voice.
Good morning, Tallahassee.
Guiding listeners through the culture, the characters, and the moments that make this city unique. This is the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3.
Good morning, Tallahassee. It's time to kickstart your day with real conversations, real laughs, and real people. It's time for the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's get this day started. Starring your host, Greg Tish, voice of the capital city. We've got the news, the talk, the laughs, and a little something extra to get your morning going. And now, here's your host, Greg Tish.
Good morning, Tallahassee. Good morning, Apalachicola. Good morning, Carabel. Good morning, Thomasville, Mount Dora, and Cincinnati. Currently, it's already hot in the capital city. Going to be even hotter. Going to be a high of 98 degrees today. Not a big percent chance of rain, about 5%. Also, I think a heat advisory may feel like 105 today. Tomorrow, 72, 94, 50, 50 on the rain chances. Starting a little late today because Jason is on vacation. He has left me, and I'm scared to death. But luckily, I asked some of my friends to come in this morning, and we have a mystery guest. Well, it's no mystery because we've been promoting the heck out of it. But mystery guest, introduce yourself to everybody.
Thank you for having me. Eddie Gonzalez-Lumiere in the house.
What's happening, my brother? Thank you so much for coming in.
Appreciate it. I love your jersey.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to watch the match this afternoon, knockout round. Germany's playing. They're playing Paraguay.
It's been fun, right?
Yeah, I think that the World Cup has been so much fun, not only for the great entertainment that's going on the field, on the pitch, but being able to see all these tourists, all these folks come in from other countries and really get to see what America is all about.
Yeah, great for the economy, by the way.
Yeah, oh yes.
Great economic development. That's right.
Big time. But the only thing is, what kind of paid time off do these folks have?
Yeah.
Because some of them are over for like a month.
Well, I mean, I've heard stories where people sell cars
to come over.
Take out a mortgage to come over.
Wow.
Which is crazy. But,
Yeah. Well, tell everybody what you do and why I ask you to come on.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, first of all, I think we're friends.
Yes,
right?
well, yes,
so,
we are, yes.
That helps. And actually, as you know, I was here 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
With Dr. Long from
for the
TSC,
AI.
from the AI Summit, which, by the way, was a total success. Thanks for helping us promote it. Close to 400 people.
Wow.
We had people texting saying, can I sneak in?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, just don't eat because they're going to run out of food. But it was great. President Mert on the team, Dr. Long did an amazing job, and of course the chamber. So Eddie Gonzalez-Lumiere, I'm a partner at two healthcare technology companies. One's called Ruvos. The other one's called Well Connector. Ruvos has been around for 22 years, and Well Connector is a startup. So we've got, one company that's been around for 22 years and one we're trying to figure out, which is really exciting. And I'm also honored to be the current chair of the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce.
How did you get involved with the chamber? Because I've been involved with the chamber for years and years. And I know last year we had you on the show and looking forward to having you on the show at conference this year. But how did you get involved with the chamber? Is this something like right when you started your business, or is it this is something I should get involved with down the line a little bit?
Great question. So my partners, Jeff Couch and Franz David, and I, this was around 10 years ago, we said, we're going to double down on Tallahassee. We're not going to move. Austin seems really cool, but you know what? Tallahassee's been great to us, schools, families, very welcoming. And so we're going to double down. And what that means is we should also, give back to the community and get more involved in the community. And so, we joined the chamber, went to the social events. The chamber has close to 300 local events here in the community, in addition to, the annual conference at Amelia Island. And so started getting involved with some of the programming. And then, like 4 years into it, Sue said, look, there's a group led by Corey Melton, who's now with the Florida Chamber, who's awesome, their focus was talent and talent development. And Ruvos at that time, we were hiring. So had a good feel for what we can do in our community in terms of talent and recruiting. And so worked with the universities and the chamber. So it was more in the talent space, and got really involved and realized that the chamber is more than just very fun and productive events. There's a lot that we do, right? And so 3 years ago, after an early education event that Sue and I were on a panel, she says, I need to speak to you. I said, uh-oh, what did I do? So we go to the room to the side, and she says, would you be interested in being the chair in 3 years? Right. So there's a process. And I said, I'm not sure what's going to happen in 3 years, but I'm in. So, 3 years passes, and then she says she's going to retire. I said, well, Sue, you forgot to tell me that part. No, but it's been great. We've, Michael Daubie, the new CEO and president, who was a chair in Naples and in Columbus, Ohio.
We still haven't had him on.
You need to have him. He's great.
I know. I keep saying we'll have him on, and I want to have him on before conference.
Absolutely. He's a pro. Been there, done that. He's learning a lot about the community. He's actually U.S. Air Force former intelligence.
Oh, wow.
So I tell people he's got notes on you already before you meet him. But no, it's been great. It's been 6 months in, doing amazing things. Had some great meetings with local leaders, elected officials, private sector folks, even organizations that are interested in coming to our community. And then, of course, we have our annual conference in Amelia Island in about a month, roughly.
And we started getting ready for it. I've just ordered some stickers Well, I know that sounds silly, but last year, all the kids that were there they were grabbing all our stickers. So I was like, well, let me make a special one for that. So just ordered
Well, that was
those
a
the
hit.
other day.
That couch.
We're looking forward. The couch was that area that Dana set us up in. I know that we're being set up in the same area this year. Was just the perfect spot.
It was. People were, were working. How can I get on? How can I get on the show?
Yeah.
It was a nice touch. It was awesome.
We might add a third show in.
Okay.
This year, because we'll have the Friday show. Because my boss that he wants to go play in the golf tournament this year.
Okay.
So we might either start early to where he can boot out, or I'll take over for an hour by myself doing this, but over there.
Right.
And then Saturday we'll go like 10 to 12, what we did last year.
It's great because you guys are providing opportunities for folks to tell their story, right? And as you and I've talked about in the past, there's some great stories in our community. And so this is a great platform to allow for people to do that, right? Which I think is instrumental.
Yeah, I agree. That's the one thing that some of the folks that we had on last year, I knew, like we all had all our friends, we know what they do, but we don't know what they do.
That's right.
And I think that's also one of the benefits of belonging to the chamber. Yeah, you know about this business, but do you know about the people, and do you really know about their business?
That's right. That's right. And we've got some amazing businesses in our community, small, medium, and large. Absolutely.
What has been your biggest thrill or of the last 3 years of preparing for this year? And like I said, almost 6 months in now.
So the opportunity to meet amazing people, like you said earlier, with some great stories, understanding that they've, like in any business, there's ups and downs, right? It's hard making payroll, right? It's hard recruiting, retaining, diversifying, marketing, branding. And so learning about their stories and how they've overcome things and which has been great. Also being there for companies that may be going through a challenge or two and being able to connect them. And then, of course, learning about opportunities around economic development. Ricardo Schneider from Danfoss always likes to tell me, he says, Eddie, you can take your dollar from Ruvos and you can go to Lucky Goat, which is awesome. That's great. That's not necessarily economic development. Economic development is when you've got folks from the outside looking at Tallahassee. And so one of the things that we've been doing with the chamber, especially over the last 6 months, is modernizing the actual Chamber of Commerce. So we came out with a new website called capitalregion.biz, which allows someone, I don't know, if you're Greg Tish is in Minnesota on your couch and you're Googling how to do business in Tallahassee, you're going to get a bunch of responses. You're going to get SBDC, JMI, OEV, 3 chambers. It's a little overwhelming. So this capitalregion.biz, which we just launched, by the way, we've had over 1,000 unique visitors, some from Germany.
Oh, wow.
And Brazil and Colombia. This really helps you navigate the resources that we have in our community. It can also help a Greg Tish show expand, right? So if someone's looking for a loan, if someone's looking for assistance when it comes to workforce development. So that's one tool that we just rolled out, right? So we're trying to solve some of those challenges and opportunity for improvement. And then at the chamber conference, we're going to announce another really cool offering.
I like that.
Awesome.
I like that. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Independence Week. Well, tomorrow, or wait, the 2nd is when they declared independence, but the 4th is when we celebrate. But Eddie and I are going to have a lot of fun. We got your neighbors coming in. And also, we're going to talk with a new friend of ours, Jeremy, and he's going to talk about the trails in Tallahassee later on down the line. Be right back.
You're just a heartache in disguise. You want to keep my heart from breaking if it's only for a very short time. Playing with a clean heart.
Hello Credit Union is making a splash with auto refinance rates as low as 3.49% APR. If you're making payments on a car loan somewhere else, now's the perfect time to see how much you could save. And here's the best part. We guarantee to lower your monthly payment by at least $50, or we'll give you $50 if we don't. Lower payments and more money in your pocket. That's the sunny side of money. Catch the refinance wave today at hellocu.com.
Credit standards and restrictions apply. Visit hellocu.com for details.
No matter what printing you need to keep your business running, we can help. Hi, Jason Butera here for The Printery. Reduce your stress and give us a call. From new product brochures or posters to yard signs, postcards, even letterhead and envelopes. The Printery sets the standard in personalized service with outstanding results. We offer full-service graphic design and free pickup and delivery. The Printery, home of 36-cent color copies. If it's ink on paper, we've got it covered. Call us today, 877-6418. 877-6418.
At Epps Decorating Center, we're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore, available at Epps Decorating Center with 2 locations in Tallahassee. Find a store near you and visit EppsDecorating.com. That's EppsDecorating.com.
I'm Keith Gross. I'm America First, and that means secure elections, secure borders, and putting American citizens before illegal immigrants. In Congress, I'll work for hardworking families of North Florida every single day. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
When I get home from work, I'm ready to relax. So I call Swain Pools and Spas to put my pool in the back. I call Swain Pools and Spas. Now I'm soaking up the fun when I want to.
In Tallahassee, when it comes to pool repairs and renovations, nobody does it better than Swain, and they've been doing it for over 46 years. Turn your worn, outdated, or neglected pool into something you're proud of again. Whether your pool needs resurfacing, tile repairs or replacement, equipment upgrades, or even a full makeover, nobody does it better than Swain Pools and Spas. Trusted for quality, reliability, and service, visit Swain Pools today under the huge sign on Tharp Street or at swainpools.com.
Harnessing the power of the sun, delivering the highest quality drinking water, we are warming homes and fueling industries. Day and night, rain or shine, the City of Tallahassee Utilities is working for you.
T-Spark Enterprises, roofing and construction services. T-Spark, T-SparkConstruction.com. We conquer all peaks, we fix those darn leaks. Call 850-766-1340. T-Spark Enterprises, roofing and construction services. T-Spark, T-SparkConstruction.com.
License number CCC 1331204.
Florida man, what'd you do to yourself this time?
Disney World, me and Hank, my emotional sport alligator, we did it all.
Please tell me you weren't swimming in the Seven Seas Lagoon again.
Well, not this time. We rode the monorail to the Magic Kingdom, hit Space Mountain, crushed some turkey legs, and we washed it down with a couple of Dole Whips. And the best part, the Country Bear Jamboree.
Sounds like a great day so far. What happened?
Well, we're running late, and I'm sprinting to the front row of the show, and it starts, and the music's playing, and crowds are clapping. I got carried away. I got this bright idea. I'm going to stage dive to Hank. I jumped, Hank tried to catch me, and pop, my back went out midair.
Well, I'm glad you came, because Dr. Finn's going to get you fixed right up.
Well, next time, we're sitting in the back row.
You don't have to do a Disney stage dive to get back pain, neck pain, headaches, or numbness in your arms and legs. Come see us at Fenn Chiropractic for exceptional care to help your body heal itself the right way. Book your appointment online today at fennchiro.com. That's FENNCHIRO.com.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by Kraft, Nissan, and Infinity of Tallahassee. Find your next new car at a locally owned Kraft Brothers dealership. Visit infinityoftallahassie.com.
Well, I love a rainy night. I love a rainy night. I love to hear the thunder, watch the lightning when it lights up the sky.
Good morning, Tallahassee. You're tuned in to your hometown show, The Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3.
Welcome back to the Greg Tish Show on Tallahassee's only locally owned and operated radio station, Real Talk 93.3. Hope everybody's Monday is going well. Hope the traffic goes well out there. Eddie and I are in here having a great time. Thank you again,
of course,
for joining us. I know we did a little chamber talk and everything, but and let's do a little chamber conference talk.
Sure.
That it's been held over in Amelia Island for many years. Used to rotate, and then we said, "Oh, we like it, the Ritz. They do a great job over there."
Great job.
It's the production behind the scenes, just for the hotel staff, but also for the chambers, is amazing. I mean, there's a lot of well-oiled parts going on in the background.
There are, and it's, we're looking at roughly 600 people. I think there's a few registrations left for the conference. Programming is awesome. Don Yeager is going to be one of the keynote speakers. We've got a lot of artificial intelligence. But Greg, not only talking about artificial intelligence, but we're talking about bring your laptop, bring your iPad, and get ready to code. Right? Get ready to come out of there with a web portal, an app, something for your business. So we're moving from just talking to actually doing, which is really exciting. We've got some great programming on real estate, on commercial real estate. We've got some economic development topics. And one of my favorite sessions
is Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's huge. One of my favorite sessions, obviously, is Sunday morning. There's gonna be a little twist to it as well, which is a surprise. And then we have some sessions on FSU Health and TMH together, which is great, right? So, that's been a long, time coming. And there's been, over the last year and a half, roughly, there's been a lot of news around TMH and Florida State University Health. So they're going to have their own panels together and talk about, hey, here's the latest and greatest, and this is the path moving forward. And of course, be available to ask questions.
I think it's fantastic. And also the other thing that I really love with the conference being out of town is that you're there for that purpose. And I've always said, they're like, well, why don't we hold it here? And I was like, because I don't think it'd be as well attended if it was held here as it was out of town. You're going there for the conference. What happens back in Tallahassee is in Tallahassee.
Absolutely.
Here, my kid's not feeling well, can't make it. I got work. had an emergency, got to do that. But when you're there, the emergency can wait. That if the kid's still not feeling well, you can go throw them out in the sunshine.
Absolutely. And, people often say, well, maybe we should have more things in town. Well,
we have a lot of things.
Close to 300. Close to 300, including an economic forum, which is always well attended. Usually have an economist. Last time it was a gentleman, Keith, from Florida, from the Florida Chamber. We also have Beyond the Basics events. We have webinars, after hours events. Like I said, close to 300 events throughout the year. And that, kudos to the staff at the Chamber. What they do, they just have this down to a science. And kudos to Michael Dalby. He's been on the job, I think, 8 months. And we've hired a few new people, which is great. Philip Browning is one of them, former FSU football player. He's in charge of business development. Aaron, who's going to be in charge of marketing and branding. We've got some new folks. So, it's as Sue had mentioned to me 3 years ago, as times change, as the economy changes, as our community changes, so does the Chamber, being more representative of our community. For example, we have 45 amazing board members. When you look around the room, we just had a board meeting last week. You look around the room and you got folks from all walks of life, nonprofits, for-profits, small businesses, large businesses, healthcare, banking, real estate, creatives, right? From different backgrounds, people that have lived around the world, which is great. Right. And this was all part of Sue's plan, by the way, 3 years ago. She actually texted me recently. She's enjoying her grandchild, Patton, and she's doing well. And she sent us a note. Keep doing what we're doing, which is great.
That's the thing with the well-oiled machine, like just behind the scenes everywhere. Like if you want to see a well-oiled machine, go on a Friday to when everybody is coming in to conference and watch how smooth everything runs once you get checked in, which also they do a great job at the check-in.
Great job.
And then when you come around to check in with the Chamber, how well that goes. I got to watch a lot of that last year. I was hanging out with them and just as they come in, I would kind of step off to the side. Hi, boom, 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 then in and out.
That's right. Last minute surprises every once in a while. Yeah. People trying to crash the party. Right. But, there's something for everyone. There's folks that go for, the beach, the sun, the beautiful hotel and of course, golf and things like that. But then there are folks that bring their notebooks, their iPads, and they're taking notes the whole time. They're going to these workshops. And the idea is you come back to Tallahassee or, this region with more knowledge, more contacts, right? New relationships. And so we're seeing a lot of new first timers this year, which is also a great sign.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think what we love with our relationship that we have with the Chamber here with the station is that all the new members that join, they get free advertising with us. That we give them a month of free advertising. So once they sign up, they can come in and then advertise their business with us and then kind of get more involved in the community. Because that's what it is. I think that it's been when I got in with my DJ company, I can't remember how many years ago. It was such a great choice. And I mean, the directory, I was the only one in there. And so got a lot of business that way. And also be able to network and learn how to do other things, which led to starting a couple charities and getting those out. But having that connection through the chamber has really been helpful for that business and also with our business here.
I agree. Now, Greg, that takes effort too, right?
Mhm.
So people often say, well, how do I get involved? You need to get involved. It's like going to the gym, right? You can sign up, you can become a member, but you need to show up as well, right? And so I always tell people, show up, network, right? There's an event for you, right? For your organization. By the way, we have Justin Varn. He's a DJ.
Justin has taken over from me.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Justin, that he does the stuff for the chamber. And I'm like, because I don't do it anymore. And Justin, fantastic business owner.
Yep.
And fantastic DJ also.
At the annual breakfast meeting, which is usually in the middle of January, it starts at 8 a.m. We had him there.
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah, I saw that.
People thought we were crazy. I said, why not?
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
We can do this and have fun too, right? So I saw him the other day at an event. He's like, Eddie, I can just DJ the whole weekend at every event. I said, sure, let's have fun.
I think that'd be great. Well, last year I know that he was with when we did the Stuff the Bags for Second Harvest of the Big Ben, and he was in DJing with that. And I think that was great. I mean, and then the big party is just a band this year. We should add Justin in.
Yeah, I think we should.
Let Justin do the band breaks.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
But it is something that we think that everybody should get involved with. That just if you go to your boss, say, hey, why aren't we members? And the boss says, I don't have time. I can go and help. Get out there. I know that with Dr. Finn, that he comes in on Thursdays. That the chamber is a big part of their networking.
That's right.
That they go out and they host. I think that they have breakout, or they have the breakfast that they host. That one of the doctors there, that she goes out and has the breakfast for everybody, and it's fun.
Absolutely.
Get involved. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, let me see if I can do this break, because I didn't do coming in very good, but we can do going out. All right, Eddie and I will continue right after this. Good morning, everybody.
People have been arrested and accused of stealing air conditioning units at Cairo High School. Jeffrey Dalton, Stacy Mash, and James were arrested on a combined 45 felony warrants. Investigators learned that commercial HVAC units on school property were allegedly stolen and damaged over several days. Dalton was out on bond on previous theft charges at the time the HVAC units were allegedly stolen. The investigation remains active, and additional charges and arrests are anticipated, according to the Grady County Sheriff's Office. The Florida Department of Health in Hamilton County extended a rabies alert for the county in a Friday announcement. The alert was initially issued on May 10th after an unvaccinated pet cat tested positive in the area of North Jennings off Northwest 27th Boulevard. Recently on June 24th, a fox died suddenly in the area near Jennings off Northwest 37th Boulevard. The DOH reminded residents to be cautious and avoid wild or stray animals. This is Rachel Lene with Real Talk 93.3 Local News Update. Brought to you by Macklemore Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at MacklemoreSystems.com.
This is meteorologist Paul Trombley with your Real Talk 93.3 weather update. A heat advisory begins at noon today. High temperatures reach up to 97 today under mainly clear skies with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Northwesterly winds around 5 miles per hour. Mainly clear again tonight. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Lows level off around 78. This report is brought to you by the Lawn Johns. For all your landscaping and lawn care needs, visit thelawnjohns.com. Right now, it's 78 degrees.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan. A friend of mine was planning his family's summer vacation, and their SUV had gotten a little older than they intended. So he called me up, and he asked, is it really true that Nissan took the top spot for reliability among all mainstream brands in the last J.D. Power report? And I said, yes. He was like, better than Toyota, Ford, Honda? Yes, yes, and yes, I replied. Then I told him about our 0% interest for 5 years, and he was off on a test drive. And he drove home with a new Pathfinder for summer vacation. That's right, Nissan is fighting to lower car payments, and 0% is back. Kraft Nissan has 0% for 60 months on the most reliable SUVs in America. Nissan Rogue, Murano, and Pathfinder. And 0% on our popular truck, the Nissan Frontier. And don't forget, Kraft Nissan is home of the New For You program. It puts 4 out of 5 people with things in their credit into a brand new car. Recent divorce, bankruptcy, or credit score under 600? No problem. Plus, with Kraft Nissan's lifetime limited powertrain warranty and 6 models priced under $30,000, make this summer vacation the best one in years. Kraft Nissan, Tallahassee.
This is Shannon Young with Cross Country Mortgage. You've probably heard the saying, marry the house, date the rate. Here's what that means. If you love the home, Do not wait on the perfect interest rate. You can always refinance later, and I can help from day one. In fact, a lot of homeowners I worked with last year are refinancing right now and saving hundreds each month. Others are using the equity in their homes to invest, buying second homes or rental properties that are already building wealth. So whether you're looking to lower your monthly payment, get cash out, or start an investment portfolio, let's talk strategy. I'll walk you through your options and find the smartest financial move for where you are right now. You can find me at loansforknowles.com. That's loansforknowles.com. You can reach me at 954-369-6171. That's 954-369-6171. I'm Shannon Young with Cross Country Mortgage, and I want to help give you the keys to your next opportunity.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Do you have spring fever? Your only prescription is the Lawn Johns. Hi, it's Mark from the Lawn Johns. We can make your landscape more appealing by providing you with award-winning lawn care. With 4 levels of service, the Lawn Johns offers you more choices than the rest. More flowers, more mulch, or more pine straw all means that your home or office will be more beautiful than ever. So if you've got spring fever, go to thelawnjohns.com or just look for our big purple truck.
I gotta have more cowbell.
The Greg Tish Show is brought to you by Leon Screening and Repair, locally owned and operated since 1976. For screens, windows, glass, and more, visit leonscreening.com.
This is Brian Kilmeade, and I'm excited to be on the air in the capital city. Be sure to tune into my show. I'll be giving you all the latest news, information, and the truth you demand. The Brian Kilmeade Show is live from 9 till noon, right here on Real Talk 93.3.
This is Tallahassee's only locally owned and operated radio station, Real Talk 93.3.
Show on Real Talk 93.3. Tallahassee's morning show for the people who call this place home.
Welcome back to the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3. Yeah, what I was saying, how this side is really tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. What's your, do you have a favorite baseball team?
So I like the Marlins.
Okay.
Originally from Miami. But, they have a history of winning a championship, and then
getting rid of
everyone,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is always a challenge.
Let's go over the baseball scores from yesterday's action. It was the Orioles down by the Nationals 6-4. Buccos over the Redlegs 9-4. Rangers over the Blue Jays 3-2. Astros over the Tigers 7-5. Mariners and Guardians played with the Mariners losing to the Guardians 6-5. Your Tampa Bay Rays 5. The Arizona Diamondbacks 1. Mets over the Phillies 5-4. Rockies down by the Twinkies 3-2. Royals with cheese over the Shy Sox 5-4. Brew Crew down by the Cubbies in Milwaukee 4-3. Marlins taking on the Redbirds out of Busch Stadium. Loss 2-1.
There you go.
But the Marlins are 44-40 on the season.
Yeah,
very surprising.
Take it.
Nobody's going to the games.
Did you hear the Miami Heat now have Giannis?
No.
Speaking of Miami, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Angels over the Athletics 4-1. Braves down by the Giants 3-2. Braves dropped to 49-33 on the season, and the Bo Sox walk it off in the 10th inning over the New York Yankees 3-2. Bo Sox now 36-46 on the season. The loss drops the Yankees to 48-35, and the Dodgers thump the Padres yet again. Well, Saturday was a thump. Yesterday 4-2 with the Dodgers getting the series win against the Padres. Now 10 games up on the Padres. Dodgers 54-30 on the season. You pay, you get them.
That's right.
You get them. But so Saturday I go to put on the Padres game, and one of my, I don't know why my subscription, or I was locked out of it. It was on another channel. I wasn't able to watch. And so I was playing around. It was 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was playing around. I was like, oh, I can find this game somewhere. Then check my app again. Literally 20 minutes later after I checked the app, it was 10-1 Dodgers. And they were still up in the top of the six. They went on to win 15-3.
They paid.
Oh, yeah. They're so good.
What about the World Cup? Your favorite team? I know you're wearing a Germany
jersey. Cheer for Germany, grandfathers. And then so there's always been a little group of us since, I think, 2006 that we've gotten together and watch the World Cup somewhere. We used to go to Finnegan's, and then especially when the World Cup was in South Africa, and then they would be there opening at 7 a.m. for us. And so we'd have a group in there. Then we moved to Bumpos one year. We were at 2014. We were at Madison Social.
Nice.
So we moved around today. I haven't texted the gang. I'd like to go to Corner Pocket and watch. They play this afternoon. But I've been enjoying watching all these matches, learning more about these teams. And you get when you see the passion in the stands, and I'm not talking about, obviously Argentina, Spain, France, England, that Ghana. Well, Ghana is, I've always been a Black Stars. That's their nickname of their team. I've been a fan of theirs, I think, since the 2010 World Cup, where they made it into the knockouts and everybody kind of got behind them. But I love seeing the passion that these folks from this country or of heritage from that country bring in.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that, there's some argument about, they expanded the number of teams. I think it's made it more fun, right? There's like 4 games a day or something like that. I know yesterday there was one, but I mean,
with Canada winning 1-0 yesterday.
South Africa. But I don't know about productivity in our country, right? At in the afternoons when the games turn on, but they're always it's always kind of on TV, which has been great. I actually created a website called Ruvos.soccer, and so it's our own version of the bracket.
Okay.
Right. Which has been fun, and then, you select your teams, and now, like you said, we're in the knockout stage. You lose, you're out.
Yeah.
Right. And so we've got Bosnia and Herzegovina, right, for the United States coming up this week, which is not going to be easy.
Well, I think with the U.S., what they're kind of, if we looked at the U.S. and do something where Americans can understand, if we looked at them in the world of college football, that the U.S. is like a Troy. They're not a Michigan, which would be England, France. Well, I don't even put England up there right now, but like Argentina is like Ohio State. Right. Alabama is Ohio State. Florida or the America, this tournament and most tournaments, like a Troy. They made it to the College World Series in baseball, but that talent above them is so much more. But that's how that sport is in America. It's growing and growing and growing. I know that. Thank you for the wonderful present. I know with hosting
Crystal Dunn.
That she's
World Cup champion and Olympic gold medalist here in Tallahassee last week, which is crazy.
That we have our Tallahassee Soccer Club with the men, and we also have the TLH Reckoning that's getting, I guess they're in their 3rd season now, or 2nd season, or just finish up their 2nd season. And so, and then we have all the kids, the tons and tons of kids that played, Saturday morning soccer. We have a lot of soccer moms.
That's right.
And it's a wonderful sport, but it's just never picked up as much as it has over there.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, I agree with you. I think it's improving. Last World Cup that was here was in 1994, which was great. And, we had our moments.
Yeah.
Right.
Went far that year.
Went far. But, most of these players that are playing for the U.S. team, at least a good amount of them are playing in Europe today, which says a lot. And they're playing for major clubs, as they like to say. So I'm bullish about the USA. So my grandparents are originally from Spain. So I like Spain.
They're looking good this year too.
They're looking good.
They're looking really good this year.
A strong team. Yamil Yaman or Yaman Yamil. I know I butchered that. I'm going to take heat for that, but he's great. I think he's like 18 years old or something like that. So it's been a lot of fun.
He'll be around a while. I mean, and just with Portugal, and then how you have the Cristiano Ronaldo playing in his 6th World Cup and has scored in every one. And of course with Argentina, with Messi.
He scored a lot. He scored again yesterday.
Yeah. I saw that they brought him in and he did the goal kick.
I mean, it's like
that I know that he took over that. And I was kind of joking with everybody. Like Messi scored more goals than anybody, and he beat Miroslav Klose that played for Germany, and that he took out his World Cup record. And I was like, yeah, but Messi had 4 penalty kicks. Klose didn't have any penalty kicks, kind of digging on people. But no comments because nobody in America understood my little dig there. But I love watching the game. It's very fun. And also I love with our local businesses and how it's like you can look on Facebook groups. Where's everybody going to watch this game?
I agree.
And how these bars and restaurants have opened up and shown the World Cup, where I saw there was an England supporter. I don't know where she lives here, but she went to a pub or a bar to watch the game. And she's like, yeah, the United States just scored. And then she kind of showed around. She's like, Nobody's even paying attention. I was like, you're just at the wrong place.
That's right.
I
That's
was
right.
like,
No, it's been great.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't. If you tell me about the regular news, I can't give you the latest and greatest because I think it's been positive. It's been good.
Yeah.
Right. And it's, like we've talked about in our community, it's a unifier, right? It unifies the communities. And so go USA and Spain. And for you, Germany.
Go USA and go Germany. I just want to, I'm going to keep watching no matter who's in, just especially the final when that comes down. But it would have been great if the United States had gotten that drawn and on the 4th of July, been able to play in Pennsylvania. And there was a big internet rumor going on. Oh, by the way, the England and the United States play in Philadelphia on the 4th of July. And it didn't work out that way. But everybody's, they're playing that. I was like, oh, how great would that have been?
That would have been cool.
England, USA, round 3 in Philadelphia on 2 days after that they declared independence, and on the day that they signed the Declaration or started to sign the Declaration of Independence, playing in Philadelphia. That would have been
cool.
Fantastic, but it'll be fun. Today full of games. Yeah, knockout round. Yeah, you're out.
That's it.
You're out.
Which is also cool because, as my son Meyer and I were talking about, it can go into penalties.
Yeah. No
which
more
is always
ties.
Nerve-wracking.
No more ties.
Goes into penalties, which is cool.
What do you think of the hydration breaks that Fox had added into the FIFA thing to kind of break it up into 4 quarters?
I mean, if you're getting your butt whipped, it's great to have a break and reset and talk to your coach. But if you've got momentum going, and it'll obviously shift the momentum or stop the momentum. So I'm kind of, here and there about it. Look, if you're in a dome, I don't know if you necessarily need it.
Yeah.
But if you're at Hard Rock in Miami and it's 98 degrees, I totally get it.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll keep that on. I don't know where the next World Cup is being hosted, but if they'll keep it on, the hydration break. I mean, it might be in a country where the climate's a little less than what we have here. But also, I think with the stadiums, that we have all these indoor cooled stadiums. Did you see how they have elevated the field?
Yeah,
and have extra cooling and all this stuff.
It's amazing.
The money that goes into it.
The grass.
Yeah.
Just the grass. I saw something on 60 Minutes about the grass, how they maintain it. It's remarkable.
FIFA has very high standards, and that, like, even with the sponsorships, how Levi's has taken advantage of how they're the stadium that they sponsor, they can't show their logo, so they've covered the Levi's logo up. So Levi's, their Instagram has their logo on there covered up.
Wow.
That they've taken advantage of it. That at Gillette Stadium, that instead of just putting a cloth over it, they made fake shaving cream over their logo.
That's funny.
That if you go into boxes or you go to get your ketchup or anything, that at stadiums it has Heinz is as a sponsor. So there's duct tape or tape over Heinz. A girl walked in Philadelphia and she was wearing Nikes, and they were told not to wear Nikes because they're not a sponsor. They gave her tape to cover up.
Wow.
That's how much in control
they
are. The television coverage, all FIFA that just pipe through.
That's right. Do you know there's a microchip in the soccer ball?
To stay where it is?
Yeah. Where it is, the speed, performance.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The sport has evolved so much. It's the same, but it's so modernized. Even with going through and seeing, the VAR and seeing, the other day they called offsides and the guy's toe was offside.
I think it was Colombia.
Yeah.
I think it was a toe.
Yeah. And everybody's like, this is too much. I was like, well, he was, but I'm glad we have this, because what if that was the finals?
Right.
And, and that had taken place. We'll just have to see. So, all right, take a break.
All right.
We got one more till we have guests coming in.
Awesome.
Let's be fun. Be right back.
Well, it's all right. Riding around in the breeze. Well, it's all right.
The next 15 seconds can help save you money. Are your fans spinning the right direction? Run them counterclockwise to push the cool air down so your AC system doesn't need to work as hard. Choose E&B Heating and Air. We sell the best and fix the rest, or it's free.
June 1776, Philadelphia. The youngest delegate to the Second Continental Congress is appointed by committee to begin the drafting of a document that would declare the vision and intentions of this Congress. Inspired by the Enlightenment ideals of individualism and liberty, this young delegate from Virginia continued the painstaking process through several drafts before presenting the final version, which stands today as an enduring statement of human rights. The man was Thomas Jefferson, who wrote, the Declaration of Independence. Celebrating America's 250 years of freedom and wishing you a safe and happy Independence Day from Snyder Contracting Paving Company, locally owned and serving Tallahassee and surrounding areas. For your free estimate, call 850-509-2383, 509-2383. Online at SnyderPaving.com, SNYDER, SnyderPaving.com.
I'm Keith Gross. I've already pledged to donate my congressional salary to worthy causes here in North Florida. I'm not running for a paycheck or a political career. I'm running because our country needs patriots willing to fight for America First values. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
Hi, this is Gary Parsons with Cafe de Martin. And don't be fooled by our name. We're not just a cafe. We are a full-service bar and restaurant offering a culinary experience like nothing else in Tallahassee. Come see us at Cafe de Martin, open Tuesday through Sunday with live music on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out our full menu online at cafedemartin.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for other special events.
Dive into summer fun at Pinch a Penny Pools and Spas. Get 15% off endless pool swim spas. Plus, enjoy free delivery while supplies last. Endless pools are perfect for swimming, exercising, or relaxing right in your backyard. Enjoy year-round fun with customizable features and the peace of mind that comes with a quality product. Visit TallahasseeHotSpring.com today and make a splash with Pinch a Penny Pools and Spas.
Injured? Call attorneys who care. Facing Brooks. Offices, Tallahassee.
Real Talk 93.3 and the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce would like to welcome its newest members. Businesses making a difference here at home. Line X of Tallahassee, Midtown Men's Health and Med Spa, Midtown Reader, News Service of Florida, Nexus Real Estate Group, Pasta for Everyone LLC, Pro Playgrounds, Pure Green Cascades, Southeastern Industrial Construction, Spring Hill Suites Tallahassee Central, and Stay RVing Mobile Service LLC. Thank you for growing local with the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce. For information on membership and meetings, visit talchamber.com.
If you love cars, trucks, and straight up real talk, you need to be tuned in to Revved Up with Bill McKinney. Every Saturday at noon, Bill McKinney, managing partner of Tallahassee Ford, pulls back the curtain on the auto world. From buying smarter to maintaining your ride to what's really happening on dealership lots. No fluff, no sales pitch, just real insight from a guy who lives it every day. Revved Up with Bill McKinney, Saturdays at noon. Presented by Tallahassee Ford.
The Greg Tish Show is brought to you by Leon Screening and Repair, locally owned and operated since 1976. For screens, windows, glass, and more, visit leonscreening.com.
This is where Tallahassee starts its day. It's the Greg Tish Show, right here on Real Talk 93.3.
Eddie Gonzalez Lume in with me as my special guest host. Have guest hosts lined up all week as Jason Taylor is off on vacation. How many different ways has your last name been mispronounced?
Gonzalez, Lumiere, all types of, Lumiere, but I like it.
Well, that's always good conversation because I remember the first time we met, and then I was like, right after you said, I was like, what was it?
That's right.
Yeah. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. We've done a lot of talk. We've got to, I know you just got the notes on your neighbors with Bill and Doug. So learn all 5 pages of those in the next 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
And you'll be.
By the way, one of your guests says that sorry to interrupt, the next host is Portugal. I guess
Okay.
the World Cup. Yeah,
Okay.
someone
Thank
just
you.
posted that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for letting us know. Oh, so that'll be nice. So that means that we can wake up a little bit.
I have a feeling though, I think it's Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. I think there's another.
They're going to do like the
similar,
United States did.
right? Something like that, like Canada and Mexico. But yeah, before you know it,
Which I think it's been great that America could have hosted just fine on themselves, but adding in Canada and then adding in Mexico, having those knockout games or having those round robin games, down in Mexico City has been
beautiful stadium.
Yeah,
I mean, really impressed.
And that's the other thing, like how the Europeans are reacting to our stadiums. Like you'll see, like that. I'm sure with Portugal that they'll have to build stadiums,
right,
just for the World Cup,
right,
as we see with the Olympics every 4
That's
years.
right.
That stadiums are built and then they're never used again.
That's right.
And then us, oh yeah, we'll make a couple of changes.
That's right.
It would have been great. We wouldn't have been able to have. I mean, we could. I wish that we could host at Doak, the stadium, but it's a football only facility. It's
Yes.
just, it's not wide enough.
I've had conversations with Dr. Fontes from TLH Reckoning because they're looking at, there's some conversations around having a stadium. We had an event last week to talk about that. And that's exactly what she said.
It's
right?
not. It's
not
a
wide.
football only. It's not wide enough.
Right.
But that would have been great to have even some exhibition games.
Absolutely.
In there. But that would be. We just did a big renovation on that, and then taking out seats.
Yeah.
Would be. I don't know if they ever. Maybe back when it was the erector set, but I think once the brick walls went up and they moved in, they became a football only facility.
In addition to Savannah Bananas.
Yes.
Right.
Which I didn't know how they were going to pull that off.
They did it. It was great.
And I was like, but there's no place to have an outfield. But that fence that netting they had was perfect.
Greg, that brought in over $10 million of economic development money over the span of 3 days?
I went in looking at it from a different point of view. I went in looking at it from a promoter's and from a business side. And, everywhere you turn that there were little kids wearing banana stuff, that they're the semi-trailers, not trailer, the semi-trailers they had there just for merchandise. And the people and I'm watching the people working, going in those, throwing out boxes, just like it was an Amazon center.
It really was amazing. And people were happy.
Mm-hmm.
I looked around, there were people that often, may not get along, different political parties, whatever you want to call it. And guess what? They were high-fiving. That's what we needed.
It was wonderful being inside that stadium and not having some of the stuff that goes along with college football
right
in that stadium with the outrageous behaviors that you may see every once in a while. That it was nice going in, not hearing a lot of foul language, not hearing, seeing the random fight between usually the own fans. And it was just nice. But I think what I got the biggest kick out of was the players for the other banana teams that they have in the stands, and going around and signing autographs and taking pictures with everybody. And there was these two young boys that were in the row in front of us, and they were just so excited, all wearing their banana stuff. And then they had a Sharpie to get autographs. Well, these two little boys, I don't know if they're brothers or cousins, and they ran off to get one of the players' autographs, and they came back like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
And the kids had taken off their shirts, and the players had signed their backs.
That's awesome.
With Sharpies. And they were just and they got back, and the mom just like, no, you didn't. And they just started laughing. And the kid, it was great to see. And that was all around.
It was great. Yeah. Sports tourism, right? World Cross Country Championships was a great hit, right?
Yeah.
Savannah Bananas, professional bull riding. I'm hearing rumors about motocross.
And Doak?
At Doak.
That would be wonderful.
Motocross and the big monster trucks. I think it's, so you add that as well. Then you add our soccer teams. There's something there, Greg.
We could do an I think Bragg could hold a soccer. I think Bragg's wide enough.
I would think so, yeah.
So we could have something over there, because that's becoming, just with the renovations that they've done over there, that stadium's starting to get back online.
That's right.
And become the great stadium that it was in the past and will be in the future. But I love that that FSU is able to generate this other, or have these events that generate not only money for the university with the rental fees that the Bananas paid to rent the stadium. This wasn't a partnership. This was, hey, we want to rent your stadium. And FSU said, it's this much. And they said, fine.
Yep. I think the athletic director mentioned that they had fans for the Savannah Bananas from, I think, 49 states.
Wow.
Come into Tallahassee.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And then they're doing that everywhere.
Yeah.
When they were at Clemson and they played Jordan Hare, and you see them, what they got, was it Texas A&M? They had like 101,000.
It's unbelievable.
Show up for this.
And people thought he was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not for everybody.
Nope.
I would have made a few tweaks here and there that what I found that was unusual about it was there was no play-by-play.
Right.
In the stands when you're watching the YouTube broadcast, that they were doing a play-by-play there, and it was just like watching a baseball game. And so coming up next, but in the stands, we didn't know. I was like, why am I cheering for this guy? I would have had announcers over that, but that's my only tiny little thing.
Absolutely.
Because probably nobody else noticed that.
Yeah.
And the fun they were having.
Yeah, it happens to be a Padres fan who noticed that.
I mean, if you could bring, we've got about a minute.
Mm-hmm.
If you could bring your choice, you could bring one band to Doak. What band are you bringing back? And you can't say Backstreet Boys.
So I actually direct messaged a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
This is a true story. He hasn't responded yet. John Summit. So electronic dance music is huge.
Yeah.
You have in Miami Ultra, you have Tomorrowland, you have Coachella. It is huge, right? It's fun. It's
So do an
happy.
EDM fest?
An EDM fest at Doak Campbell will be major. An economic development event. You have people from around the world traveling in. We're going to see. That may happen.
I'm down for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for that because I didn't.
I mean,
DJ.
you can be a DJ. Like
Well,
you
I
can
didn't
open
DJ
up for him.
I didn't DJ in the days where people stared at the DJ.
Yeah,
I would love to do that one time, just to get up there and a lot of fun. All right, back, Bill and Doug, your neighbors after this town hall news break. Exactly when you wanted it to, so you never run out again. With a Grassroots Coffee subscription on grassrootscoffee.com, it does. Grassroots Coffee is specially sourced from around the world, locally slow roasted in small batches, and delivered right to your door on your schedule. No last-minute store runs, no stale coffee. It's your call. Order Grassroots Coffee when you run out or never run out with a Grassroots subscription. It's easy, it's flexible, it's reliable. Go to grassrootscoffee.com, click on the coffee you want, click on subscribe and save, and then pick how often you want your delivery. Buy locally roasted and locally loved Grassroots Coffee for your home from grassrootscoffee.com, or contact them directly to buy wholesale for your business. Grassroots Coffee, made for everyone, loved everywhere.
Stay tuned for more of the Greg Tish Show live from the Grassroots Coffee Studios after this town hall news break on Real Talk 93.3 WVFT, Retina, Tallahassee.
Move the microphone.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm at
Grab the arm here instead of the
Property
mic
is
itself.
lost along with at least 4
And you wanna
lives
be,
as torrential
like, about that
rains
far
bring
away from it
devastating
and just
flooding to a
talk like
wide
you're
swath
talking
of
to
Kentucky, where Governor Andy Beshear
The
has
engineer
issued an
will
emergency
adjust the
declaration. Flooding in
And he said,
Tennessee as
"Don't
well
worry
has
about
claimed
being
at least
too
one
loud,
life in that
because they can
state.
always turn you
The
down,
East is bracing
but
for
they can't turn you
dangerously
up
high
if you're not
temperatures this
loud
week,
enough.
extending on into the holiday weekend.
Other than that,
3
it's pretty
firefighters
simple.
are dead, 2 others injured, battling massive wildfires burning along the Colorado-Utah border. The U.S. and Iran
This is
reportedly
Eddie.
agreeing to stand down after exchanging fire over the past few days.
Pardon me?
This back and forth violence stems
Oh,
from
okay.
disagreements over the Strait of Hormuz. That's the strategic
And he's
waterway
our
used to
guest
transport oil
DJ
from the
today.
Persian Gulf
Okay.
to international markets. The U.S. says
You've
that
done this
under
before,
the interim
right?
deal, the strait is supposed to be open for international shipping. Iran closed the strait during the war, and it's trying to retain some control there as leverage in these ongoing ceasefire talks.
Correspondent Joe Fetterman, the earthquake death toll in Venezuela now tops
And the control is
1,400.
right here.
Thousands still unaccounted for as search, rescue, and recovery crews continue their work amid the rubble.
The walls outside hospitals in Caracas are slowly filling up with pictures of the missing. By the hour, families stack up more photos, desperately looking for information about their loved ones. The morgue in the capital is overwhelmed, and as more bodies are brought in, there is simply not enough space to store them, even until they can be identified and returned.
The BBC's Yochid Lamaye, SRN News, and our parent company,
he's been
Salem Media,
accused of a murder,
partnering with
right?
Christian nonprofit Food for the Poor,
and
to
this is
rush
the second
emergency
one,
aid to
right?
victims of the tragedy.
Oh, in the first one.
Listeners
Oh, in the first
wanting
one.
to
And
help
this
can
one.
find an online banner at the top of our
This will be
website,
following up leads.
srnnews.com.
Oh, they
On
never
Wall
found
Street
her
this
after
morning,
the
the Dow
first one?
futures
They did-
277 points
yes.
higher. NASDAQ futures up
There's a twist at
358.
the end of the
More
first
on
one,
these
which
stories,
I almost don't want to give away on the air.
Well,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
we
I'm
won't.
Kirk Cameron. Is
That's-
health
no,
insurance
that's fine. You
eating
gotta-
up your budget
yeah,
for
they gotta read the book.
2026?
If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider Christian Healthcare Ministries.
It's a continuation of the
It's a health
storyline.
insurance alternative at half the
Well, be
cost.
careful, 'cause I
Join
don't want them to
CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. While insurance companies tell you when to join, what to pay, and where to go, CHM is different. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other Christians.
Hey, I just got a new
You can
eyeball,
enroll,
and I
switch
can
programs,
check
or
in
leave
the
at
papers
any time.
week
Christian
without
Healthcare
glasses.
Ministries. It's a world of difference.
lenses.
CHM
Get
has
the second
4
ones out next
flexible
week.
programs. You can pick any certified
So,
doctor, surgeon, or hospital that you want for
Can't
eligible
believe
care.
it. You know, I'm walking
So
around,
make
I
the
can see
switch.
stuff.
Take your paycheck back from health insurance this year. Join
I went in to see
CHM
about
today by
all of a
visiting
sudden without the cataracts, I can see the floaters. They
chministries.org/wellness.
just thought they were
That's
new.
chministries.org/wellness.
Your sports action update on Real Talk 93.3 with all the latest odds from Vegas.
Your comprehensive betting breakdown of the upcoming NFL season now available with the VSiN NFL Betting Guide. John Hansen of Prop Points, VSiN host during the football season, says he likes Bijan Robinson to go over 1,174.5 rushing yards. He also likes Jaden Daniels under 21.5 touchdown passes. They're projecting Daniels to have 18.8 touchdown passes in the upcoming season. Bit of a difference of opinion here. VSiN Zach Cohen likes Daniels to win National Football League MVP at 20-1. Score $500 in rewards with the GBank First Bet VSiN Trifecta. Details at vsin.com/GBank. For more sports betting news and information, go to vsin.com. Mike Sennett, Real Talk 93.3.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
I'm Michael Garrison, third generation here at Metal Roofing Sales of Tallahassee. It's a common misunderstanding that a metal roof is more expensive than a traditional shingle roof. At Metal Roofing Sales of Tallahassee, we'll show you how affordable it really can be. A metal roof far exceeds the durability and lifespan of a shingle roof, saving you thousands of dollars over time. Not only do we have the technology to fabricate and produce the best materials, we have the most experienced contractors to install your roof as well. And we will match or beat any other price in tile. Find us online at metalroofingsales.net. You can trust the 3 generations of service under one roof.
Barry knows cool. He's keeping you comfortable. Barry knows cool. You can put him to the test.
Warmer temperatures mean more strain on your heating and air system. Time to call Barano Heating and Air and get a full checkup on your HVAC system to keep it healthy through the summer months. Barano Heating and Air. Any day, anytime, anywhere. Get details at baranoac.com.
Barry
One city, one voice, one morning show. Welcome back to the Greg Tish Show.
Welcome back. Hour 2 this week. I am doing 2-hour shows as Jason is off gallivanting around the South. Eddie and I have been holding it down, but now we want to welcome in Bill and Doug and their special guest, Bill Eichhofer. Good morning, my friend. Can you see me?
Yeah, and you look much better behind the glass than he does.
I think he's listening, so Bill just meant that in
Yeah,
jest,
but,
Jason.
hey, Jason, if you're listening, we can put the bars back up, too, if you'll behave next time.
Well, Bill, as you get to do each and every week, you get to introduce the wonderful guests that y'all have brought in.
We have a very great guest today. He's a very prolific author.
Thank you.
He is a local author. He is the president of the Tallahassee Writers Association. Past president. And he has a new book that just came out. It's another Jason Saylor mystery thriller novel. Bruce writes mysteries and thrillers. He writes science fiction. He wrote, God, great English there, guys. But he even has a book on Unzipped for those of you who have ever experienced heart bypass surgery. So there's a little bit of something for everyone. But today we're here to talk about his new book. It is called Traffic, and it's on a light subject, human trafficking, that takes place in our area. So welcome, Bruce.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us about your book.
I'm really happy to be here this morning to talk with you. Traffic is one of those things that you just never really hear about, other than, it probably should be on the news more. But it is everywhere, not just here. It's pretty much prevalent. It's the modern incarnation of slavery.
And it happens quite a bit in this area.
It's not the happiest topic in the world, no. But I wanted to take it in the first book. It starts off with, I guess I'll tell you the world. It starts off with another book called Next of Kin, in which a local girl has gone missing. And my main character is Jason Saylor, who's been furloughed from his newspaper in Houston. He's back in his Gulf Coast city of Apalachicola trying to write his novels. He's going to try, plan B is become a mystery writer doing Euro crime suspense stuff.
I think that's neat too, because if you're listening, where all of this is happening. You'll be able to see it in your mind. I remember I was telling Bruce, I read Mark Muschin's book, his last one, and I could see these places in my mind, and it makes for a more impactful experience when you're reading. So you'll be able to identify what's going on in these books.
Well, you can tell where you are in Franklin County when he's leaving the sheriff's office and driving south, and you realize you have to stop, because if you don't,
you're into the Gulf.
You get to pick a tree or go swimming.
So your main character is from Apalachicola.
He's born and raised in there, and he's he left town, went to college, and came back once for a summer. But he migrated into the Army, went to college, and has a career. And his mother's gone to Austin, so when he gets out of the Army, he moves to Austin, goes to work for the paper there, and then he goes to work at the Houston Chronicle, and then they lay him off for having gotten too close to a story that the county commissioner was involved in. So
nobody would do that in politics to a reporter.
No. Wouldn't do that. So anyway, he's back home and he's writing his novels, and that book opens when he's pulled over on a bolo, and he's fingered for having been in an out of town car and middle-aged, and it's dark blue, so he matches the bolo.
Right.
It only gets more the attention of the sheriff.
Of course, the long rap sheet didn't hurt either, but
no,
that's a joke, guys. It's not in the book.
So he's actually seen the young woman before innocently, but he notched himself up on the most wanted or most interesting suspect list. So he says, well, I'll use my skills, his reporting skills. And in the process, he meets the next love of his life. Got to have some fun in the book.
Absolutely.
And I love character development. It's not just getting yourself immersed in the place, but I introduce real people. So he meets this young woman who runs the store that the family of the young woman owns. She's mysteriously the next of kin with no heirs. She's inherited this family business from a recent tragedy, and so who would have an interest in taking this girl? Nobody's put up a ransom note. Well, the mystery evolves, he gets more and more involved in it, and I don't want to destroy any of the fun of just unraveling.
No
those-
spoiler alerts.
No,
no
unwrapping-
spoilers. Yes.
Right. No unwrapping that onion.
Well, how did you? I mean, the name is a great name with Jason Saylor. That my friend Mike, that he has detective novels out that he bases on his time in the Miami Police Department. He had Cade Taylor, Detective Taylor, Cade Taylor, which is a great name also. Now, did you develop what the character should be like and then come up with the name, or was it the name and then how did that work out for you?
Don't know. My
Mhm.
muses talk to me, and I listen, and I type as furiously as I can. Literally, I needed to pick a name that wasn't usual, but it was easy to pronounce, so I gave it Sailor with a Y instead of an I. Jason's a nice, not too common name, but easy to, and I didn't realize till later that I developed two characters that were the names of my twin nephews.
Were they the bad guys though?
No.
Yeah, because that's something that you have that. I mean, James Bond, that with what Ian created with that. That's a great name. Jason Saylor is a sailor. Jason Saylor. Now, was his father a sailor? Obviously, he was. So he's son of a
Well,
sailor.
they're in Apalachicola. Yes, in fact, his father goes missing at sea. So that's part of this. Oh no, the young woman's. I forget the young woman's father is missing at sea, but keeping it local, his father was one of the contractors that builds the sandcastles on the beach. So that's all backstory. In the second book, Traffic, he's following up on the leads that he, as a reporter, he wants to tie up all the loose ends, and he's realizing late in the game, after he's put the other story to bed, so to speak, he's missed something. There was an encounter on the river, and there was a shootout on the river with another guy, and he's driving another person's boat. So the boat crashes, yada. But he realizes we don't know where that boat came from. It was just on the river. There was no trailer left at the downtown marina. Where did it come from? And so the next day, the story starts, with we need to do something. So he and his new young girlfriend start driving up the river to see what boat ramps it might be. And their first encounter is to discover that this boat there's a trailer big enough parked at the ramp in Bristol. Because they'd gone up the west side of the river, not found anything. They had lunch at the McDonald's, go across the river, and boom, there it is. And so it's got Pensacola plates. They find a key in it on one of the bumpers. And you shouldn't do that, really, by the way. Everybody knows that.
No, is it the key to the car or the house?
It's the key to the truck.
Oh, so they went and searched it, huh?
And so it's got addresses in the glove compartment. And they said, well, let's just take it back to the sheriff in Franklin County.
All right, we're up against a break. And
Okay.
Doug, you're up next.
Oh, of course.
Be right back. Doug Ingram has first question for your neighbors with Bill and Doug.
Tallahassee's 30-year-old funny paper and American Legion Post 13 have joined forces to become Major Morale. The new magazine has 4 more pages of post activities and military information that you probably never knew. But don't worry, it's still as politically correct and newsworthy as always. Okay, it's the same funny stuff, but it's still only available at the sponsors' locations like ABC Flooring, Tallahassee Automobile Museum, Krispy Kreme, or Keith Lawson Services, providing professional services and maintenance for your home's most critical systems for over 39 years. If you need air conditioning, heating, or plumbing repairs, you will receive an upfront written quote, and the job will be done on time by the area's most advanced, highly trained professionals. Keith Lawson Services, Florida license CMC 125456 and CFC 1429-197.
Ready to ride the low payment wave? Hello Credit Union is making a splash with auto refinance rates as low as 3.49% APR. If you're making payments on a car loan somewhere else, now's the perfect time to see how much you could save. And here's the best part. We guarantee to lower your monthly payment by at least $50 or we'll give you $50 if we don't. Lower payments and more money in your pocket. That's the sunny side of money. Catch the refinance wave today at hellocu.com.
Credit standards and restrictions apply. Visit hellocu.com for details.
At Wrench Blisters Garage, we don't have marble floors or leather couches. What we do have is grease under our nails, calluses on our palms. At Wrench Blisters, we earned fixing cars the honest way by working hard, just like your car or truck. If you need the auto repairs, bring it to the guys who still turn their own wrenches. At Wrench Blisters Garage, we earn our name.
Rich Blisters Garage. Yeah, we earn our name. Rich Blisters Garage.
Find us online at wrenchblistersgarage.com.
I'm Keith Gross, and I know that seniors built this country. They shouldn't be crushed by inflation after a lifetime of hard work. I'll fight to lower cost, protect Social Security, and bring common sense back to Washington. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
Technology problems slowing your business down? Then it's time to simplify things with i2X Solutions. Based in Tallahassee, i2X Solutions helps businesses work smarter with customized IT support, technology consulting designed around your business. And because technology never sleeps, i2X offers proactive monitoring, cybersecurity awareness training, compliance reviews, and rapid response support to keep your business secure and running efficiently. Visit i2xsolutions.com now and discover how i2X Solutions can help your business stay connected, protected, and ready for what's next.
Hey man, have you heard the sound? Pentalpha Jewelry's the best in town. For rings, diamonds, earrings, bracelets, and more. Pentalpha Jewelry, jewelry sold.
June's birthstone is Pearl, so all month long you can get 40% off all Pearl items only at Pentalpha Jewelry. Find the perfect gift for any occasion or treat yourself from our exquisite collection that has something for everyone. Don't miss this limited time offer to add elegance to your style. And come see us today on Appalachia Parkway, where we've always been. Now, sing along with me, and we'll see you at Pentalpha.
Pentalpha Jewelry, Pentalpha Jewelry, Pentalpha Jewelry, home of the real nice guys.
At Epps Decorating Center, we're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore, available at Epps Decorating Center with 2 locations in Tallahassee. Find a store near you and visit EppsDecorating.com. That's EppsDecorating.com.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by Southeast Portable Buildings for gazebos, pole barns, garages, and storage sheds. Visit southeastportablebuildings.com.
This isn't just a show. It's a community tradition. Welcome back to the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3.
What is it,
where
Monday?
Tallahassee comes together every morning.
I always talk over that one. What is it, Monday? And I'm already missing Jason.
Yes.
I'm then talking to Jeremy, our next guest. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, 10 seconds. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie's been letting me know how much time I have left during the break. But I'm in here. Okay, you're on. But I'm talking to our next guest, and I was like, oh, crap, I don't even have music ready to go. So, Jason, your job is so difficult. And I appreciate you. Anytime I'm back on this side of the glass, Bill appreciates it because he can't see me. But I appreciate everything you do, Jason. Doug Ingram, first question.
Okay, so I'm looking at, you've got 2 books now that have the same main character, but they're not necessarily a sequel, but there are some similarities in each of the books. And if I want a signed copy of one of these books to read, how do I go about doing that?
you basically go to my website, ballisterbooks.com.
Mhm.
It's easily findable. It will open up to the page that has the first of the series, Next of Kin. The scroll down and you'll find, or you go to the top menu and you'll find the How to Find Me book, or How to Find Me page. Just send me a short message.
Mhm.
It goes directly to my email, and it'll tell me you want to buy a book and you want it signed to somebody else as a gift or to yourself. You get it for the price of list. I pay for the mail.
That's great.
And you get a personal dedication.
Wow, that sounds
And my
awesome.
most valuable signature.
Maybe we could talk Greg into putting that link on.
He already has.
Oh,
great.
He already has.
Greg,
That's what I
you're
was going
so
to
much
say.
ahead of the game.
And I
Thank
just
you.
shared the link to the Facebook feed.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that's awesome. So, how did you get started writing, and what kind of history? I know you were in the Army, and your character was in the Army,
I
so
was
you
in
have
the
a lot
Army.
of personal experience that you've incorporated.
I was doing technical writing for a long, long time. I came actually out of civil engineering and stopped doing that. Got into urban planning. Actually, I was down the hall at the planning department for a while, writing a lot of technical stuff. And just for some reason, in my mid 60s or early 60s, short stories started to fall off my fingertips. And one of them grew long, and I got it, maybe 40,000 words into it and didn't know what to do with it anymore. But then this story, my first book, Dreamland Diaries, came out in 2012, and it was pretty popular. The first of three stories. It's Dreamland Diaries is a series that starts off in Wakulla County, and it just happened organically. I couldn't explain it, but I knew nothing about writing at all. Ended up being self-pubbed because I was just too eager to get it out, and I went to find a outlet, and I found that to get a review at the Democrat, you have to get the Tallahassee Writers Association to write them, and I didn't know that existed.
Oh, okay.
They became a tremendous resource, and I'll put a plug in for them. They meet every month at the Shriners building just down the street, Monroe and Tharp Street, on the second Tuesday of every month, second Thursday of every month, excuse me. But I learned a lot more about writing, and I still write organically. I'm not a plotter. I don't have the little yellow stickies all over a wall figuring out who's going to do what when. They just start.
So you haven't figured out the ending before you start the book.
I have
It
no
kinda
idea where it's
evolves
going.
organically all by
In
itself.
fact, when I first started Next to Kin, I was doing science fiction, and I was realizing I can't do a missing person story in science fiction. Alien abductions has been done forever. Time warps have been done forever, and I didn't want to do that. So I went to classical this, and it evolved on its own, and it was fun to write. There's an event in November of every year called a NaNoWriMo. You try to write 50,000 words in a month. And I ended up writing 75,000 words by Thanksgiving, realizing this is going to be a story.
You're an overachiever then.
I've got a question, and hopefully we'll have time over a beer to catch up on some of my other
Sure.
questions. But
Great.
how long, the process you've alluded to a little bit, how long does, for example, Dreamland Diaries or Traffic, is this a 6-month project, a year-long project?
It can take anywhere from like 2 months for Next of Kin to a year for Dreamland Diaries. But then you get into production. You try not to write the perfect book one chapter at a time. You just write, get it down on paper. I'm probably one of the slow ones that will go back and self-edit the sentences as I go, but they do require a lot of editing for continuity because it's a period of time usually, and you have to keep track of what characters have been doing. So you write and you write and you write, and you go back and have other people look at it. You get pre-readers to read ahead of you. You have an editor that doesn't know what happens next, so they're not expecting the sentence to end the way you thought it did. They look for things like you didn't put a quotation mark at the end of the sentence, that there's the these and the that's that have to be taken out, and all kinds of editing mistakes that just happen. Everybody makes them.
So the Writers Association has a lot of people that will proofread your stuff for you then.
Well, I tend to find other people who don't have writing in their heart. Just there's their readers.
Oh, readers. Okay.
Neighbors, friends. And like for Traffic, I had a person down the street who's a former FDLE agent, field agent, and he helped me go through, did I have the dialogue right? Because there's a lot of radio traffic between agencies and a task force. And he kind of proofread it and said, yeah, you did a good job. Because I did the homework. What does a Coast Guard call sign sound like? What would a task force call sign look like? How would they identify themselves?
Yeah, no, a lot of detail that's in these books requires a lot of research. So how much time do you put into research before, during, and after?
Or is it how the story goes?
Yeah, it's exactly, Greg. It's organic. Is when I got to that point about having a couple of boats offshore and different task forces tracking people down, and finding out that there is a Bay County task force comprised of the local sheriffs, the county, the city governments, and the Air Force that work together when they have a big case to bring down in Bay County.
Mm-hmm.
And that there is an offshore chase boat.
Is there an opportunity for a TV series here or TV show? Has someone approached you, or have you thought about something like that?
But if anybody wants to approach me, I'm open.
well, whoever's watching,
we can have a beer and talk about it.
That's right. Because this would be a great show. Obviously, a very a tough topic, but it could be a great show.
You're putting it out there in the universe. I see. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody with your connections can
hook me up. Dr. Greg.
Yeah, and I know from my personal experience, I was in the Navy, and a lot of the radio communications were done in a certain format. And if I see a movie and they're doing it wrong, I just kind of go, I just lose interest.
Well, at that point, your director or your producer should be calling in some experts to say, do it right. Don't. And, one of the things I hate most about a movie is seeing the words based on a book by.
Oh,
because that means the producer or the director or one of the executives with money in it has decided it wanted to go a different way.
Mm-hmm. And who knows how many rewrites that script has gotten, and how it's loosely now loosely based on the book.
Right. Probably one of the, there are several that have been very, very good, like Greyhound, and some that are very, very bad.
Yeah. So I do appreciate when you get the details right.
Yeah.
And look at somebody and says, I wonder if they were actually there, because the writing is so spot on.
Yeah. Well, especially when you say that one of the executive producers is the author, or
you're going to feel
or the screenwriter.
Yeah.
Well, we just got a few seconds left. Let everybody know how they can go and get copies of these books.
Books are mostly, I know they're all at My Favorite Books, and at the new location of My Favorite Books by Winn-Dixie. And I have to get new copies of Traffic down to My Favorite, to Midtown Reader.
Mm-hmm.
And they're available on Amazon, of course, and my website, ballisterbooks.com.
And don't forget, Tom Flanagan narrates the first chapter of this book.
Nice.
The first book.
The first book.
Your
so
neighbors
if you like
with
audio,
Bill and Doug. Thank you, Bruce Ballister. Be right back.
Florida's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, better known as SNAP, could face major changes because of the state's high payment error rate. State officials say Florida's error rate is now above 10%, one of the highest in the nation. Under new federal rules, states with high error rates could be required to pay a portion of SNAP benefit costs beginning next year. Florida could face nearly $1 billion in additional expenses if those penalties take effect. Advocates warn the added cost could force lawmakers to reduce benefits, tighten eligibility requirements, or make other changes to the program if the state can't cover the expense. The Florida Department of Children and Families says it's working to improve accuracy and reduce errors before the new federal requirements take effect. This is Rachel Anay with the Real Talk 93.3 Local News Update, brought to you by Macklemore Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at MacklemoreSystems.com.
This is meteorologist Paul Trombley with your Real Talk 93.3 weather update. A heat advisory begins at noon today and continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Daytime highs approaching 97 today under mainly clear skies with a slight chance for storms. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 78 tonight. Slight chance of thunderstorms. This report is brought to you by the Lawn Johns. For all your landscaping and lawn care needs, visit thelawnjohns.com. Right now, 79.
Jeff. What's up, buddy? I was just thinking, they never tell you that when you grow up, one of the things that you'll miss are the games that you created with your friends in the neighborhood.
Oh, good days.
So I would have my buddy come over, and then we'd make up these games that were kind of like a hodgepodge of every game that you've ever played.
Kind of like the bikes we built.
Correct. Yes. And it's a grand experiment. In the beginning, nobody knows how to play the game, and you argue about what the rules are going to be. And in the end, everybody knows how to play the game. By the end of that summer, you know the rules, the neighborhood know the rules, and you play that game like it's the greatest game ever played.
And you still try to break the rules, right?
Oh, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But at the end, Eddie, you're never going to play it again, and you'll think about it the rest of your life.
And the best game you ever played was that game.
Never been a better one.
Hey, you want to have a Gordo Smash, Jeff?
I do. I'd like that. Gordo's, bringing the flavor and flair of Cuban food to Tallahassee since 1996.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Do you have spring fever? Your only prescription is the Lawn Johns. Hi, it's Mark from the Lawn Johns. We can make your landscape more appealing by providing you with award-winning lawn care. With 4 levels of service, the Lawn Johns offers you more choices than the rest. More flowers, more mulch, or more pine straw all means that your home or office will be more beautiful than ever. So if you've got spring fever, go to thelawnjohns.com or just look for our big purple truck.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Not every car dealership feels the same, and Tallahassee Ford proves it. No screaming ads, no gimmicks, no pressure, no games, no feeling like you're just another number. At Tallahassee Ford, it's about local people, real conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your life. Not just today, but for the long haul. From sales to service, we treat you the way a hometown dealership should. Tallahassee Ford. It's not your typical dealership experience, and that's exactly the point. Visit Tallahassee Ford today.
I'm Keith Gross. I served in the Army National Guard, built businesses, and now I'm stepping up to serve North Florida in Congress. I'll fight for secure borders, lower costs, and America First values every single day. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
Do you know if you live in a hurricane evacuation zone? You can find out right now by entering your address at floridamakeaplan.com. If you're in an evacuation area, a mobile home, or somewhere that floods easily, you're going to need to be able to get out if an evacuation order is issued. Also, know your home. Can it withstand strong winds and heavy rain? Understanding your risk now helps you make the right decisions when the storm approaches. Know your zone, know your home. Visit floridamakeaplan.com today.
This message is sponsored by the Florida Division of Emergency Management and the Florida Association of Broadcasters.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by Paul's Termite and Pest Control. When you call Paul's, they'll
I've been around for you, been up and down.
You're back with the Greg Tish Show, where Tallahassee wakes up on Real Talk 93.3.
Sometimes that I will doom scroll, and luckily that my algorithms during the doom scrolling, it'll take it. I have a lot of Tallahassee stuff, a lot of and I've sang the praises of the people that go out and do the food reviews. And I love the people getting out there, exploring, and finding these great restaurants to open or to go eat at, especially the students that do the food reviews. I love it. Yeah. And then maybe a month ago, maybe a little bit more, I don't remember, I came across this wonderful dude going around walking all the trails in Tallahassee and talking about what he likes about the trails, if the trails are cleaned, if there's a lot of debris on the trails, what could be done to help the trails, how, and stuff as easy as, and I've run into this before, how to get on the trail. And I was like, I want this man on my show. So I reached out to Jeremy Tabor, and said, will you come on and talk about the TikTok channel? Because your TikTok channel, Jeremy, is not just Tallahassee trails, that you do a lot of other stuff, cruise reviews.
Oh, definitely cruise reviews.
Definitely cruise reviews. But how did and good morning. Thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not normally over here. Eddie's normally not in, but I've got my friends coming in to co-host with me this week. But So, but how did you get started on, not necessarily on your channel, because you've got a great YouTube channel, but how did you get started on the Tallahassee aspect of it, on saying, I go to these trails all the time. Let me start showing everybody.
Oh yeah. So it started with the YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel. Sorry to face the microphone here.
Or just pull it closer to you.
Oh, that'll work too. First time on a radio show. So I started with my YouTube channel, Runaway with Taborlane. It's all about my runaway camper, which is a micro camper. It's only 6 by 8 feet. People call it my coffin.
Okay.
So
is it a teardrop or is it?
It's not a teardrop.
Okay.
It's like a utility trailer, I guess, turned into campers. Has a little AC unit. It's pretty cool.
Okay, you're fine then.
Yeah, people make fun of me a lot for it. So, and as you can see, as Chris Farley would say, I got a little bit of a weight problem. So, I turned 45, had high blood pressure, and I had a mini stroke. Which you think, a mini stroke at 45, it's you don't think it's going to happen to you. Like my tribal tattoo. You think it's going to be cool forever. We all know tribal tattoos are not cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't.
You don't have
I don't have any tattoos.
Oh my goodness. So
tribal's in, Eddie.
Again, right?
with affliction shirts.
That's awesome. We're bringing it back. Ed Hardy and stuff like that. So I realized after the stroke, I have a beautiful wife. I got amazing children. I have a lot of work friends and family that all love me. I need to do something different. So I took my love of being in the outdoors and I started doing hikes. And actually, my daughter is like, why don't you film it and start a TikTok channel? I was like, I guess I will. But I didn't start with the hikes on TikTok. It started with like cruise reviews and like little funny clips on cruises. Because
you like going on cruises?
Oh, I've been on 27.
27.
Yes. If you don't know how to cruise or don't cruise, I highly recommend it. And I'm loyal to Royal. I've been on a bunch, but I'm loyal to Royal. So plus I have the diamond package, and my wife likes the free drinks sometimes.
Okay.
You know how it is. She takes my free drinks because I don't drink anymore. So I started this TikTok channel. My first one that actually took off was I went at the state park, McClay State Park, and I did the gnome trail, the gnome tree. Have you seen the gnome tree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I was like, oh, so people really enjoyed it. I'm like, oh,
you get a lot of views?
Yeah, I got a lot of views on that one. And then my buddy Josh at work told me about the geological sinks trails, and then the where you can swim in a sinkhole. And I was like, well, let me go check that out. So my wife, who is Allison, who's very encouraging, she's like, well, I'm going to come with you on all these hikes because she's a lot more fit than I am. Let me just put that out there. So we went out walking in, and that got a lot of reviews. So I'm like, oh, here's something I think people need to know, because I lived in Tallahassee. I'm from Miami. I moved up when I was 18, not for college.
Hey, I'm from Miami.
Yeah, you are?
Yeah.
Oh.
What part of Kendall are y'all from?
Oh, I'm
okay.
Are you?
That's usually what I hear.
Partially Kendall and Coral Gables. Yeah.
Coral Gables. I'm from Miami Lakes area, Hialeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hialeah.
My dad went to Hialeah High.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, my mom went to Springs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so we're all Miami folks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I never lived there, but yeah, I'll take it from my parents.
Are you Cuban?
No. Half my family is, but I'm not.
Okay.
They're actually coming in town this weekend, so hopefully my
nice.
cousin Jessica will make me some good empanadas, and I'm hoping
right,
she's bringing up the pastelitos,
Yeah,
the
those are
guava
great.
and cheese.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting off.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Well, what I love about your trail things is now, and Eddie and I were talking about this earlier, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to have you on the show, because I love the content, but also because of the timing, because with the Leon County schools closing down their tracks, and there was kind of a little bit of an uproar. What are we supposed to do now? And it's like, we have a ton of trails.
Tons.
The city alone has over 100 parks. I don't know how many trails that they have. And in the county, there are tons of areas to go out and get your exercise. And they're shaded.
Yes. A lot of them are shaded. And it's funny, the McClay Trail, I just put a video out, I think yesterday, where you park at Forest Meadows Park, and then you hike, you walk over.
Eleanor Phipps.
And I was doing some more research online about it, and it's actually, there's, I guess, an underground aquifer there, and that trail is noticeably cooler. And we did notice the coolness of the trail because it's blazing hot at Forest Meadows. You walk across, and the temperature dips like maybe 5 to 10 degrees. It felt really nice. You're not sweating, and the humidity's not getting you there, so it's really nice. The only thing you got to contend with right now is the bugs and the gnats, and
those have been out of hand.
Yes,
right?
and I found a really good product. I'm not going to mention it here, but I found a really good product I promoted on my channel. It actually works. It's so funny. My wife forgot to put it on, and I'm walking. I'm like, hey, there's no ticks on this trail. She's like, are you kidding me? She's just swarmed. I'm like, oh, a product that works.
So obviously you're very successful with your channels. All right, have you?
Well, YouTube is okay. I'm almost at 3,000. I know
Okay.
I'm not like Mr. Beast level of
I mean, you're
millions,
getting-
but
That's 6 months from now.
But yeah, 6 months from now. But it is growing, and people are really enjoying it. I get a lot of great feedback. People are pointing me in directions of different trails in Tallahassee that I didn't know about. While researching trails, I found disc golf. Do you play? Okay. I found Leon County has a park dedicated to disc golf, and it's not Tom Brown, and it's not Jack McLean.
McLean.
Am I saying that right? It's called Paradise Disc Golf, and
Okay.
it's just the park for disc golf. And I was like, I'm gonna go check that out probably this week and just film it and let people know about it. And of course, I don't know if you see the comments on my videos. There's a lot of gatekeeping on a lot of these trails. People are like,
shut up,
take it down.
Yeah.
This is my private one.
Oh wow, okay.
But I'm like, hey, the taxpayers are paying for these parks and to keep them up, and I think we all need to know about them and use them, utilize them,
Creating
please.
awareness
Yes.
for folks in our community, and also for folks wanting to visit Tallahassee. Right,
Exactly.
like I can see a partnership with like Choose Tallahassee, which is a group got a great website. They have got a whole area on trails. Right. And why Tallahassee is special and the region is special for trails. Same thing with Visit Tallahassee.
Yes.
So I see some partnership opportunities there as well.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love the city or the county to reach out when they're opening. I know a new park. I saw Brian
Welch.
Well, thank you. I saw him put out a park's coming.
Yep.
And I did reach out to him. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I check it out? And he's like, well, when it's open, you can check. I was like, okay, I understand.
We're gonna go make a phone call.
I'll text. We'll get you in.
So I'd love to go see the trails right before they open. Put it out there.
You know, I think another group would be the Boy Scouts. You know, speaking to the Boy Scouts, the Sewanee Council. My son's a Boy Scout, and my godson just became an Eagle Scout. Shout out to Charlie. But I can see, you sharing some of the things that you've learned.
Yes.
For the Boy Scouts, you don't have to go very far to enjoy the trails and the outdoors. Right here at home, we have those options.
Well, I know the one at Eleanor Phipps that there's Eagle Scout projects that are out there. As you walk onto one of the many trails, like that's one of the trails. When I walk that, make sure I have my GPS tracker on so I know how to get back around.
Yes.
But one that you found that I've grown up here. I've been here. This is my first memories are here. I went to elementary school at Gilchrist Elementary School. That I didn't know there was a walking trail.
Timberland Ravine.
I had no idea that existed until you went on it and posted about it. And I was like,
so cool.
How did I not know about this?
I didn't know about this one.
Yeah, I know.
It's right under I-10 on, is it Timberlane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right under I-10. You wouldn't know it was there. Honestly, there's like parking for like 4 or 5 cars, and it's up a steep hill. And you'll see the welcome sign that every trail has, that shows you the
I think
map.
it's off of Timberlane School Road.
Yeah,
in
Timberlane
between
School Road.
Live Oak and Timberlane Road.
Are you doing this once a weekend or
that's
like your videos? And
well, I try to go I go all the time. So, I get an hour lunch. So I hit a lot of I do on lunch hikes.
Oh, nice.
So I started with Lake Ella and then other little small ones around here. Then I'm like, I wonder if I can make it to the other side of town for like a half-mile hike.
Right.
So I went over there and did those and just all around town. And that's when I found, have you been to Debbie Lightsey? Am I saying her name right?
Yeah.
Debbie Lightsey. That's
impressive.
It's not a trail. It's more of a smooth, easy walking. I don't know, would be ADA approved, but you definitely get some like jogger strollers on there and stuff. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful trail with these pavilions are like.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
We'll continue our conversation with Jeremy right after this.
I was on the ground when I needed a hand and it couldn't be found.
Seconds can help you save money. A clogged AC filter restricts airflow and drives up your power bill. Replace your filters every 30 days and save money without losing comfort. E&B Heating and Air. We sell the best and fix the rest, or it's free.
Harnessing the power of the sun, delivering the highest quality drinking water, we are warming homes and fueling industries. And behind every service, there's a dedicated team. They're your neighbors, friends, and family. We are connected, and together we are stronger. Day and night, rain or shine, the City of Tallahassee Utilities is working for you.
Hi, this is Gary Parsons with Cafe de Martin, and we're thrilled that we're back open for lunch from 11 to 3. And we're now serving dinner on Sunday nights, too. And let's be honest, finding a great dining spot in Tallahassee on a Sunday night isn't easy. But it is easy with Cafe de Martin, open Tuesday through Sunday with live music on the weekends. Come see us at Cafe de Martin and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for other special events.
No matter what printing you need to keep your business running, we can help. Hi, Jason Butera here for The Printery. Reduce your stress and give us a call. From new product brochures or posters to yard signs, postcards, even letterhead and envelopes, The Printery sets the standard in personalized service with outstanding results. We offer full-service graphic design and free pickup and delivery. The Printery, home of 36-cent color copies. If it's ink on paper, we've got it covered. Call us today, 877-6418. 877-6418.
July 9, 1755, near Fort Duquesne, now the city of Pittsburgh. A 23-year-old British officer leads his troops in battle during the French and Indian War. Though fired upon repeatedly, this young lieutenant colonel remained unharmed, to the disbelief of the native warriors. 15 years later, a respected chief sat over a council fire as he told all those listening, the Great Spirit protects this man. He will become the chief of nations, and a people yet unborn will hail him as the founder of a mighty empire. The man was George Washington, who went on to become the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army and the first president of the United States. Celebrating America's 250 years of freedom and wishing you a safe and happy Independence Day. From Snyder Contracting Paving Company, locally owned and serving Tallahassee and surrounding areas. For your free estimate, call 850-509-2383, 509-2383. Online at snyderpaving.com, S-N-Y-D-E-R, snyderpaving.com.
We all have a favorite room in the house. But what if a space outside of your house could be transformed to your new favorite room inside the house? We're talking sunrooms with Leon Screening and Repair.
I hear a lot of people tell us the sunroom has become their favorite room in their house. They drink their morning coffee out there, whether it be the Easy Breeze windows or actually, going all the way to glass windows and closing it, all the way around. So you feel like you're more outside. Pretty backyard. You got your bird feeders, the birds are flying around, but you're comfortable. I can't say how many people tell me that that's where they drink their morning coffee every single morning.
Leon Screening and Repair builds custom screen rooms, sunrooms, and outdoor living spaces that turn unused patios into the best room in your house. Find out more about all our services and get a free estimate today at leonscreening.com. That's leonscreening.com.
Injured? Call Facek Brooks and come back stronger. Offices, Tallahassee.
The great
Broadcasting live from the Grassroots Coffee Studios, this is The Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3, Tallahassee's morning show.
Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great morning. If you're leaving for a vacation, I hope you have a wonderful vacation, just as my super producer, Jason, is off this week and put me through a special kind of hell. But luckily that I've got Eddie N joining me and also Jeremy N. And Jeremy, that I wanted to ask you something. Jeremy Tabor has a wonderful YouTube channel, and I found him on TikTok with Taborland Adventures Adventures in Taborland Adventures with
No, it's just Welcome to Taborland.
Welcome to Taborland.
And then you got
Tabor.
And then you got Runaway with Taborland on YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
Which I started following that yesterday.
A lot of Taborland stuff.
I love the logo, the brand.
Is that a Smokey Bear hat?
Yes,
Okay.
Smokey Bear hat. No, this is actually a Squatchy hat.
Is it? Okay.
My brother-in-law got me this hat, and I absolutely love it. I'm a Bigfoot fanatic.
I saw the Bigfoot.
Yeah, and then I love the Smokey Bear stuff just because I'm always out in the woods.
You maybe one day.
And my wife dressed me this morning, so I was going to wear my work stuff because I'm going straight to work, and she's like, "No, dress like you normally do on hikes." I'm like, "T-shirt and shorts."
That's right. It looks great.
Thank you.
With you, and we're talking with Jeremy about going and exploring the trails that the city has to offer, that the county has to offer. Great, wonderful way just to get out and exercise and go hang out in nature. I always said that I've always wanted Franklin County to kind of change their slogan to "Let nature be your playlist." I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let nature be your playlist.
Good
To go
one.
out and let nature be your playlist and go and enjoy hikes. What has been the most surprising one to you out of the ones that you've visited? How many have you visited?
Well, according to the All Trails app that I use, I've done over half the hikes that are on the app in Tallahassee.
Mhm.
So, of course, I haven't hit the 5 miles or the 10-mile hikes. I'm like, oh, I'm got to build up.
We're up to
yeah. The most surprising, honestly, the Timberlane Ravine, because I passed it for years and years and years. I've always passed the Pedrick Loop with the Story Trail, as we were discussing during the break. That was, they were just awesome. And let's see, my other great one I just love. Of course, I'm always at, the Eleanor Clap. I never do. So when I started this, my coworker Alicia told me about, do you ever go out to the Eleanor Clap?
Off
And I'm
Meridian.
like, where's that? I drive Meridian every day and I see the Miller's Landing boat ramp signs, but I don't see a Eleanor Clap Parks down there. And there's 3 entrances. It's so many hikes. So I do want to explore that more, because I did do the one outside loop where it has the raised stand that you can sit up, and you're supposed to overlook Lake Jackson, but we know Lake Jackson is no longer Lake Jackson, is Pond Jackson. But that one was great. It's wide open, and I felt like an idiot because they have like a little dirt track, like a small one. And I was talking to my wife. I'm like, what is this little thing? She's like, I don't know. I guess you're supposed to walk on the line, because it was so weird. And about 10 minutes later, a mountain bike comes on that little.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh,
You're
it's
on
a
the
mountain bike.
trail, yeah. So have you ever had like gatherings where you take people out, or like a meetup?
Like say
Like a
people
meetup?
under the same roof as you right now.
Like, for example, I've never been on some of these trails, and how do I get around? It could be an option.
Yeah, but I don't really consider myself an expert. I'm just a guy going out and hiking. But
no, sorry, you're an expert now.
I'm an expert.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
well,
it.
great.
Another great
At least finally something in my life I'm an expert at. But a couple of followers have asked, do I do meetups?
Yeah.
And I've never really thought about it, because I can't do a meetup like when I go to lunch. But on the weekend, maybe I'll consider, like, do people want to walk with me?
Yeah,
I don't know.
think it'd be great.
Yeah, I would love to.
That would be awesome.
Let me know in the comments.
Now, I've got a question. So if I want to go on a trail, let's say it's a 3-mile hike or something like that, what should I bring with me?
Okay. So if you got to kind of scope it out, I scope them out a little bit. Like I'll do a Google Maps view of it to see what it looks like. Especially I'll look at the All Trails app, or the TalGov has a great website for finding trails, especially Tallahassee parks, and where you can fish, where you can geocache, and all that stuff. It's amazing.
Good morning, Ashley, and everybody at Tallahassee Parks and Recreation Neighborhood Affairs.
Yes, great job with that
Great
website
job.
and explaining what you can do at each pond and each park. But I honestly wear shorts and a t-shirt. Now, I probably don't recommend it because I got a lot of little bites on my legs and stuff, but dress comfortable, dress for the heat. Get one of those waist fans. Have you seen the waist fans?
Yes.
Where you hook it on to your belt or the back of you,
And
and
then
it
you
just
put your
blows.
shirt in.
Is that like a Disney World thing you take on Disney World?
No, this is one. It goes under. It clips on your belt or on your belt loop, and then you put your shirt in it, and it just flows air up.
Never seen that.
It's wonderful. So you're getting the breeze the whole time. And like I bring a little personal fan. It actually has like a cooling mode on it, and it actually works. I'm like, this is kind of weird. I don't know why it makes it cooler, but it does. I guess it's a little condenser. But just
a hat.
A hat, and definitely bug spray. And if you have the hat with the 2 solar fans on it, that's always works great to keep the bugs out of your face.
Wow.
I'll wear that sometimes. I don't wear it on camera because I look too goofy in it, but I'll wear it sometime on the trail.
Comfort over fashion on the trails.
Yes, and if you need a hiking stick, and just when you're on the trails, now the topography of Tallahassee is so unique because you have sandy trails, you have lots of leaves, so you're a lot of slippage, hard packed clay, and I just went on one that has moss on it, and I was slipping and sliding.
gotta
I
be
tried to
careful.
warn people about
You got
it.
hills too. Some
hills and a lot of roots.
You got to be careful of those roots.
The roots, and actually some people have been going out and spray painting the roots so you actually see them.
Okay.
Which is whoever does that, thank you very much, because the tripping hazards.
Yeah, the last thing you want is a twisted ankle or.
Yes.
Yeah, especially a mile and a half out.
Yeah, and then I went on a hike over by on the Lake Iomonia. Am I saying Iomonia right? Ammonia.
That's one that's ammonia, but there's so many different ways to say it.
Well, there's one out there. And when I started the hike, it's like beware of bears. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, I'm in the forest, and you don't think about it. So the whole time I'm hiking, and I was doing it by myself, I kept, you check behind you. But yes, just be aware of your surroundings. Beware where you're walking. I have not seen any rattlesnakes yet, and people tell me. But my followers right now, who's following me, they are amazing. They tell me different hikes. They tell me what they see. They send me pictures on the app, which is wonderful, of their experience.
Oh, I love that.
So I love people sharing all their experiences and reaching out. I don't mind answering each and every question. So I have some really great followers. But people that hike in generally love being outdoors, that follow the content, are gonna be like people looking out for other people, except the ones that are gatekeeping, I guess.
Be quiet.
Yeah, leave this one out.
But I think it's very special that you're going out there and highlighting these parts, because people are like, oh, I don't have my track to walk around anymore. Hey, you got a new track, and this one's not in the full on sun, that you can go out and enjoy this and get just as much exercise as you would on one of the school tracks. But go out and you can try a different one every single day. All right, give everybody where we can follow you on TikTok.
TikTok is, I think it's Welcome to Taborland. And Taborland is just my last name, Tabor, and land. It was a joke when I was a kid. My friend asked me what can I get. I said, make me a sign that says Welcome to Taborland.
Love it.
So nice. I kind of stuck with that motto. And then my YouTube is Runaway with Taborland, because it's about my runaway camper. So if you don't know runaway campers, check them out online. They're made in Ocala. They're a little great product. They're cheap and lightweight.
Love it. Love it. Guys, thank you so much. Eddie, thank you, my brother. I greatly appreciate it. Jeremy, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Eddie, Jeremy, y'all be better people today than you were yesterday. Everybody else, you do the same. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., right here on Real Talk 93.3.
Yeah, so
Corridor. As one of the oldest family businesses in their field, they